We are within the Six of Pentacles. We are understanding our connection to the earth because we're recalibrating with the earth right now. And we are accessing the knowledge that we feed into the earth and the earth feeds into us. We honor the earth and the earth honors us. We're understanding this. We've activated with our light. We're working with our light. And our light is helping us to cleanse our wounds, heal our toxicity, and free us from this overabundance of darkness, the overabundance of the negative, because we need to shift through it. And that's what we're doing here. This is very healing and very freeing, and this is really understanding our connection to the earth. This is a purification with the daughter right now. And this is the activation of Earth's children. The rainbow warriors that came here to build New Earth. And what's happening right now is we're stuck in the 4D. We're doing this work right now, but we're stuck in the 4D. And we're going to get some clarification as to what this means. We're working with our body and our light body in order to release resistance and surrender control. I surrender and trust. Release resistance and control. There are times in our life where certain matters are out of our control. But when we surrender to this, we are giving up the resistance to allow energy to flow. To keep fighting them only brings anger, hurt, frustration, and a heartache. When we surrender, it changes the energetic frequencies surrounding the matter, surrounding the feminine, guys. Rather than put up all your focus into resisting something that isn't shifting, stop and look at the situation. How is it affecting you and those around you? And this is how we're going to get unstuck from the 4D. We need to shift beyond. Now, some of us may be shifting beyond back into the 5D and beyond. Or some of us may be shifting from the 5D and beyond back into the 3D in order to ground what we're doing. Remember, we're multidimensional, guys. We're doing it all. The tesseract, or hypercube, is fourth dimensional geometry. The tesseract is to the cube as the cube is to the square. What is depicted here in the foreground is the netting of the hypercube. The netting, guys, that's key in this information, which means it's unfolded. It represents 8 cubes in total. To watch it in motion, the inner cube expands to become the outer cube, and the outer, the inner. Shape-shifting geometry. It's connected, right? It is a cycle of motion. It is a cycle of motion and flows freely. In its netted state, it actually has 261 possible formations. When we surrender, we leave ourselves open to energy flowing in balance inside and out. We allow energy to flow, and with right intention, there may be a number of different possibilities for an outcome to resolve our problems. And this is where we're just going to allow it to flow and heal in the most healthiest way possible. We're going to surrender and let the powers that are bigger than us help us out with this. The divine is gonna help us. It's connected to this tower moment we're about to talk about here. So we're gonna call upon our angels and guides for help, reflecting upon the situation seeing what is causing the block and stagnation. Change your focus and your thoughts, as thoughts are powerful. What we perceive, we create. And this has to do with, remember, in the garden, we're working in the garden of Venus, and what we're growing is air, right? We're growing our connection to air, and we're purifying with that. We're expanding with the element of air. We're elevating with the element of air. It's part of our levitation. It's part of building with the energy of Aquarius. It's part of this path. This has to do with the importance to trust and put out lovingly what needs to change to shift the circumstances at hand. So look now, we're putting the love there. We're putting the light there. This is about putting the love and light and shining it to the shadows. We're shining it on the shadows. We're healing. And it's connected to number 5. And what it's activating is our strength. Here we're working with our light body. Connection also to the feminine we see right here. We know we're restoring balance. We're honoring the feminine in order to heal with the masculine. And this has to do with knowing that our body is safe and loved. And we're using 174 hertz here, remember, to heal from disease, to heal from anxiety, to heal from depression. And it's connected to indigo child. This is the work that we're doing with the inner child right now. And it's connected to the tower. The divine coming on up in here and helping us to knock the shadow energies off their game. This is healing. And this healing is connected to protection. We're safeguarding ourselves. We're elevating. We're seeing the whole picture. We're working with the dark. We're working with the light. We're in meditation. We're accessing our active dialogue with the divine. We've been cultivating what this means to us for some time now. This is also growing. This is also expanding. This is also shifting. And it's allowing us more clarity. We're being activated with more clarity. Because why? Because we're working with our light body. We're expanding with this. We're expanding with the knowledge of this. We're expanding with what this means. We're putting this into play. We're putting this into action. And it's allowing us to change and cleanse our traumatic experiences. And that's working with the sacral chakra. And what we're doing is we're in the creation of joy and happiness. And remember that when we enter the levitation, it's through sadness, and that's our connection to the 5. This is connected to the 5 here, where we're stuck in the 4D, but we're shifting through it. We're stuck, and we need to honor time here, healing with time. We need to face time as part of the equation. So we're going to expand now and create joy and happiness, and we're doing it with the activation of acknowledging the inner child. This has to do with part of the reason right now why we're stuck. We're not honoring this space here to the degree that it needs to be honored. We still need to activate here, and it's connected to indigo, and it also is connected to a third eye activation. Because what we're doing is we're working with the masculine right now to lay our foundations, and this has to do with the building of the golden ages, and we are literally having pineal gland activations. We're awakening the pineal gland, and this has to do with all this work that we've been doing, this purification work, and we've been working with our endocrine systems. And we are working with the positive tetrahedrons, the negative tetrahedrons, and we're pulling them together, and we're expanding with life force energy. And this is connected to the seed of life, the egg of life, and the expansion of that through connection and fertility. And here we have the masculine and feminine being honored. And we have double helix activations, guys. And we're going to Metatron. We're going to go to Metatron. We're going to see what this is. But this is connected to having faith. We're going to have faith right now. Having faith is part of the creation of our joy and happiness. That's how we're going to expand this space. This is going to really levitate us. Okay? This is going to really levitate us. And it's connected to Dreamweaver, laying foundations of manifestation. And we're working with the platonic solids here. Here we're laying down our foundations. We're working with the hexahedron. And we will expand with the dodecahedron and the other platonic solids in order to dream weave. Let's see what our pineal gland activation is right now, guys.